are a lot of different YouTube videos out there right now showcasing how to make the very popular print-on-demand product of Christmas ornaments and how much money you can make from them. So in this video, I wanted to show you a different Christmas product that I have seen success with that may be slightly more evergreen and 3 different easy ways that you can create them. So the print-on-demand product that I'm going to be going over today is wrapping paper. And if you are in Printify and just search the keyword Christmas, it's going to bring up a bunch of different items that Printify offers seasonally. They offer them year round, but this is considered a seasonal product, even though I see this type of product being sold across a wide variety of different niches. But for the purposes of this video, we'll just be using this one right here, which is the eco-friendly wrapping paper for starting out with $4.19. There's also this one, which is a little bit higher. If you have Printify Premium, it's $5.63. And there are the types that are the gift wrapping sheets, so the ones that are not in a roll. So when I was in Etsy doing my research, I found a lot of them being sold by the roll, by the sheet. So both ways were being offered and both were being sold. What I also found was when typing in the keyword wrapping paper, it's not just Christmas related, which is why I think that this is more of an evergreen type product because, for example, here, this is a jungle theme personalized 1-year-old child's wrapping paper. It is a bestseller and it's really cute, though this is a custom design. Here you have obviously for someone turning the age 30, here is some wedding niche themed wrapping paper. Here is, of course, happy birthday. This one is also customized. This one is a really funny, not suitable for work quote, which when I show you some keywords that I found in E-Ring, this might be an example to look at if you were looking at going after a specific keyword. I'm also seeing obviously some more Christmas type themed ones with the red and yellow. Here is a spring type vibe, cottagecore floral. There are some farm themed ones that are happy birthday. You have some vintage scroll type along with something like, it looks like champagne bottles or rosé bottles, which is really cute. This would be used for something like a wedding or bridal shower. And obviously it's doing very well. It is Etsy's pick on this first page. Here you have something else that could be considered a funny one with all kinds of people doing interesting motions and in very interesting costumes. I'm going to keep going. Here is some more Christmas type ones. So as you can see, there's lots of different variety. Here's some chickens, which I know are super popular. I could get lost just looking at all of these types of different wrapping paper. So after I had done my research, I went over to E-Ring just to double check the analytics that I was seeing and see if I could find any types of low competition wrapping paper that wasn't just Christmas wrapping paper. Though you could totally make Christmas themed wrapping paper, this one is doing very well. It's in 20 carts. It is a pinkish nutcracker themed design. So this is definitely more Christmas themed, but it's different than just like red and white poinsettias that you would normally see at Target or Walmart. All of these were priced fairly high. So this is for 3 sheets, or you could get this in 5 sheets. So this is in a sheet format, not in a roll. And the profit margins that I was seeing, according to Everbee, were anywhere from 35 all the way up to 55%, depending on what you are charging. So I'm just over here in eRank, and I've typed in the keyword wrapping paper up in the Etsy search bar and clicked search. And these are the results that I got with the combination of the two keywords wrapping paper. And I just wanted to see what else was out there besides just Christmas wrapping paper, and if there were any results with low competition and a higher search amount. So as you can see, with a bunch of different types of combinations, there's plenty of low competition opportunities over here. And I would keep in mind that while these may show a few hundred, most of them got all of their searches within the months of September, October, and November, and they were in the thousands. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use this mushroom wrapping paper example just because it had spikes throughout the year and it had a low amount of competition. So this could be more of an evergreen type product where people might be using this for other types of occasions in addition to Christmas. So back over in Etsy, I've just typed in mushroom wrapping paper and then used the filter within Etsy to click on physical items just so I don't get any digital products showing. And as you can see, it is a bunch of mushroom themed type cottagecore vibes mushroom wrapping paper. There are some more vintage type like this. There are some more magical foresty looking ones. There are some definitely cottagecore vibes with animals and forest creatures. Here are some cute little kawaii ones, and a more trippy type psychedelic version here. So there are lots selling on this first page that I know we can go ahead and make, and I will be showing you 3 different ways that would be very easy to create these types of designs in 3 different places. So for the first option, I'm going to go over to Printify and click on the type of product just so I can look at the print file requirements and get an understanding of the size that I need, which is over here, can always be found under print file requirements. And then I'm going to move over to my Discord app. And I've already went ahead and played around with quite a few different mushroom variations, and I'm going to use this one here. My prompt is right here, and I used this aspect ratio here to get it in this longer format so that it's easier to fit. So I will save this image, and then I am moving over to upscale it. And I'm actually going to upscale this by about 6 times just because that will get me at over 8,064 by 5280 pixels, which is a little bit larger than what they need as the minimum. So I have clicked on that and save image. And once that has downloaded, I will upload it into Printify. And as you can see, it pretty much fit perfectly. I do leave it with the overhang like you're supposed to, just so that there are no white marks left. And then I will click on preview up here just to see it in a real life circumstance. This is with the matte finish. If you want to click the satin finish, it will definitely be a little bit brighter in your mock-up images. And as you can see, there are a lot of mock-up images that are already included in Printify. And if you notice back on Etsy, there were several of these that are the Printify mock-ups. So you can kind of tell that there's some print-on-demand products definitely here on the first page. And for mock-ups within Printify, these are actually pretty good since they are with the pine needles and the Christmas vibe, and the other 2 are good as well. So that is the first way to create this type of design, and then you would just click Save Product and move this over to your Etsy shop in the sizes that you would like. It looks like this one is just offered in the 30 by 20. And you can again see the profit margins right here depending on what you want to adjust this to as well. So the next way that I am going to create a similar type of product is by using Kittle. So for this way, I am going to actually make my pattern in Kittle. So I am going to create just a normal 1-to-1 square at the 1200 by 1200 and use all of Kittle's elements to make my own type of pattern. So over here in Elements, I've clicked the Element button and I'm just going to type in watercolor mushroom, and then I'm just going to start choosing the ones that I think match the best with each other and essentially just make my own simple pattern. And then I will show you in Printify how we will create the repeating pattern so that you don't have to make a huge rectangular one in a software like Kittle. And now that I finally have this finished, I will go ahead and export this as a transparent PNG file, and it will save at 5000 by 5000 pixels. I've just clicked remove background and optimize quality and saved as a PNG. So back over in Printify, I will go ahead and add this to my library here. Actually going to shrink this down to about 1/4 of the size, just because it will duplicate and create the pattern at the size that you have it shrunk down to. So I want it about that size, just so there's a lot of the mushrooms everywhere. And then I'm just going to click on this button over here called Create Pattern, and that has created a seamless pattern of the mushrooms. If you want to click on Preview again, you can view it as a mock-up, just so you can make sure that everything is created the way that you want to. And then you would finally go ahead and save your product, and we will move on to the third and final way that you can easily create this wrapping paper. So I'm over here in Kittle again, and I am going to start off with the same 1200 by 1200 300 DPI canvas and have that there. Next, I am going to go over to my favorite POD site, which is Creative Fabrica. And I'm going to actually search for some POD commercial friendly graphics in kind of like a trendy retro vibe that I know is super popular right now, because I did see the keyword retro wrapping paper, and then in conjunction with mushroom, it's kind of cross niching a little bit, so it's narrowing it down even further. So I'm just typing in what I'm trying to find. Okay, and I think I'm going to use this one just because these are that retro type, I guess hippie type vibe of mushroom that I'm looking for. So I'm going to download this pack, and you can always check here if commercial and full POD usage is allowed, which it says it is. And then I'm going to extract these and move these images, or at least some of them, it looks like there were quite a bit, into my Kittle software. So now that all of those have uploaded, I'm just going to arrange them similarly like I did before and create a retro type pattern. So they are all in my Kittle uploads, so I'm just going to click on them and add them over, and I'm going to make this pattern just a little bit bigger so it doesn't take forever like the other one did. And you can make these as detailed or as minimal that you like, which is the great thing about being able to make so many different ones at the same time. So I finally have this one the way that I want it, so I will download it the same as I did the other one, with the background removed and the quality optimized and as a PNG. And then back over in Printify, we will add this one as well and see what it looks like. And once again, I'm just moving it down to the size that I want the pattern to repeat at. So about that, and then clicking on create pattern, and there we go. So previewing this one, you can see that we really have a nice retro mushroom themed type wrapping paper. This one is a little bit more on the, I guess, celestial zodiac hippie type cottagecore vibe with the little eyes, but it's still cross-niching between the retro and the mushroom niches that I saw over in E-Rank, and is on par with any of the types of styles that I saw here on the first page. Hopefully this helps as a different type of Christmas product or evergreen product that you can add to your store. Whether you do have an audience-based store, you could be creating wrapping paper that specifically serves your audience. If you have a golf store or a camping store, be thinking in terms of making specific types of wrapping paper dedicated to serving your niche and audience. I could see like wrapping paper for teachers and nurses and specific types of occupations doing really well, as well, just because a lot of people are looking for custom type things to go along with their custom gifts. And once again, you could always go the extra step and create custom ones with names to even further your profit margin and stand out from all of the results. I will see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.